Hello and welcome to Alex Irons Presents, and this is a little YouTube exclusive for all of you out there. This week I have the Mona Lisa twins in the studio with me. How are you doing?
Hi, we're doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not too bad, thanks. It's really warm. It's horrible in here, so we'll get through. We have water somewhere, so we may need to use it. Before we cut on to the interview, you're going to do a little live track for us.
Yeah, we'd love to. And this song's called The Wide, Wide Land. And we wrote it about our grandmother.
Oh.
And yeah. She lived with Alzheimer's for her last couple of years because she passed away very sadly in 2008. Or was
Okay.
it nine? Oh no, was it 10? 10. Okay, or was it?
Are you sure you're not the ones with Alzheimer's?
And
I remember what...
and she, this song is for her. It's called The Wide, Wide Land. It describes the situation. She's walking through her hometown where she used to live a long, long time ago. She's walking day by day and seems to know exactly where she wants to go. She looks across the country as if it's under her command. There's nothing to remember, there's nothing to pretend. Ooh, the wide, wide land. Ooh, the wide, wide land. Her words come in a language that keeps changing as the days are going by. But it doesn't really matter, 'cause she's talking with a twinkle in her eye. She doesn't seem to worry that no one else can understand. And when you see her laughing, you get to know her as a friend. Ooh, the wide, wide land. Ooh, the wide, wide land. She's losing all her memories of faces that she used to know so well, but still remembers all the melodies of good old songs whose names she cannot tell. She's singing with her eyes closed, and you can almost hear the band. If you could see her smiling, I think you know what she meant when she said, ooh, the wide, wide land. Ooh, the wide, wide land. The wide, wide land. The wide, wide land.
That was beautiful, thank you.
Thank you.
My grandma had died of Alzheimer's as well back in 1999, so I was only about 7 when she passed on. But no, it's not your fault, it's fine. It just kind of brings up a few memories. But you guys are originally from Vienna in Austria,
that's right.
but you've come over to England, to London, and come to experience England and our horrible weather. But
today it's hot, so
it's hot, it's warm. I wouldn't call it hot.
horrible.
But overall, you're leaving on Sunday. But so, how have you found the UK and what were your experiences here?
In general, we totally loved it. We spent 6 weeks here already, and whole music scene is awesome, and there's so much to explore and such a good infrastructure for musicians here. So we've been having a good time playing a few gigs, being on a few radio stations, and meeting new people and talking to other bands, and we loved it so far.
Yeah, it's definitely the place to be as a musician, I think.
Yeah.
So
in Europe or just kind of as a musician in general?
Well, I think America is quite a good market as well.
Yeah.
But for Europe, it's definitely, I think, London.
Okay.
And that's it.
But nothing really compares to London, you'd say.
I don't think so.
Nothing that we experienced anyway.
I think like Berlin and things are quite good for music as well. But we want to speak to the English-speaking audience anyways, because we write in English. And our main influences are British bands, so that's like the only option we have, really.
That's what we like to hear over in London.
Yeah, you got the best music.
Thank you. But speaking of influences, who influences you guys, or you girls, musically and personally?
Musically, it's definitely music from the 60s, especially British music. Like the Beatles are definitely our number one band. And then, we sing a lot of harmonies, so that's Simon & Garfunkel is a big influence as well. And Bob Dylan, Donovan, the Kinks, lots of British bands.
So the old kind of classic 60s kind of music.
Because normally we play as a band, and we did an album in 2012, and it's also band-based, so with drums and bass. And we were influenced by the beat music back then, so by the early rock and roll kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So like not quite Elvis, but more
a bit later.
More the
a
song
bit later,
where there was more focus on the songwriting, as in the melodies and harmonies and that kind of thing, not just plain rock and roll. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just that's what influences and what we try to write like.
Okay. That's awesome. But as people, who did you inspire to be when you were growing up?
I know I didn't have a main person that I like tried to be like, but our parents definitely were a huge influence and just people we looked up to. Our dad, who had a recording studio since we grew up, so we always were surrounded by music, and just the general lifestyle and everything, such a positiveness and things like that.
I'm jealous. Just the radio, not the radio, the music studio in your house.
Yeah,
I would have loved
really
that.
handy.
I'm jealous.
Because we spent, I think it would have to, if we'd have to pay for all the time we spent in the studio for our album. I don't know.
And you just
we'd be in debt.
You got it for nothing. You could I feel like recording today. Let's go into the house. I'm jealous. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But upcoming this year, like I said, you're unfortunately going back on Sunday.
Yeah.
But what does the rest of the year hold for you two?
Well, we don't want to say any too specific things because we don't know for sure ourselves, but we're definitely planning to come back and play more shows, maybe do a little tour. But that's all just in the planning.
I think he also meant what the plans are in general.
Yeah.
And we're working on lots of music videos at the moment, so she's just thinking about London. She wants to come back. No.
It's in her brain.
Yeah.
She loves it.
We're working on lots of music videos at the moment, so we'll try to finish them as soon as possible. And because the songs are already 1.5 years old, so we try to finish the whole music video things for those songs, and then hopefully write some new stuff and go back to the studio, and then hopefully come back and do a little tour maybe or something. We'll think of that. We're still figuring out what to do next, but that's the general idea.
So it's all just kind of take it as you go along, really. As such.
Yeah, but we still make plans and things.
We try to set goals, because then things just happen faster.
Yeah.
But
It's we never want to make any promises or anything if it doesn't work out then later. So
it's true, but it's nice to have a goal.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But you're still here now, but in terms of when you've been here, where have you played, where have you gone to kind of say, hey, look, this is who we are, come and listen to us, or else?
Well, we started off just basking here in Camden.
That's how I bumped into you.
Yeah, exactly. We got a couple of gigs out of that, actually.
Okay.
I think at in Islington we played a few things.
And the thing I love about the music market here is that if you play somewhere and they like you, then there are always people who... Oh, the light just went off.
Yeah, the lights go. If you move your arms around,
okay,
it should come on.
Oh, well, we just
Anyways, it's comfortable
should-
like this.
Are you sure?
No, maybe for playing we have to get up then and.
You may want to stand up when you start playing.
okay.
Okay. Now,
Just to turn the
what was
lights
I
on.
talking about? Oh yeah, that when you play somewhere and they like it, that there are always people who then recommend you to other places and things like that. So that's been really cool. So I've been playing at a few pubs and a few venues.
Because you've played at the Fiddler's Elbow
Yeah.
in Camden, which is not too far away from here.
Right.
Uh,
That was really cool.
didn't you go to, was it somewhere in Devon? Was
Yeah,
it
we
Devon?
went to Radio BBC Devon. That
Okay.
was a fun experience.
That was
so.
so cool.
What was it like down there then?
You mean like the radio?
Yeah,
thing, or-
as in like the whole day going down there, seeing a different part of England than just being
Okay.
London.
And but we got up at I think 3 o'clock to drive there because we were there on the morning show, so we had to be there really early. So
It was in Plymouth, by the way.
Plymouth.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah. It was alright. We slept in the car and our parents drove, so that's okay.
It's fair. It's not too bad then,
Yeah.
but still, 3 in the morning. I'm still awake at that time.
Yeah,
normally
Going to
too. It was weird.
But it was fun. Yeah. Then there were a couple of bands in the studio, and we did a little like jam with all the musicians at the end.
Okay.
So it was fun. And then we went filming afterwards. Well, we were looking for a spot to film afterwards,
Yeah.
which was in Portland. That's
Okay.
this little island.
Oh, what, in Devon? Or
I think
near
it's not
Plymouth?
in Devon
I'm not
anymore.
sure. It's
I think
somewhere
it was
along the coast.
2-hour
Okay.
drive from Devon.
I think there's
Okay.
this Pebble Beach
Mm-hmm.
somewhere close. The
Yeah.
long Pebble, and somewhere around there.
There's a lot of pebble beaches here in England.
Okay.
That doesn't explain a lot.
I think it's the longest one. That's
Yeah,
what
this-
someone
Oh,
told
Okay.
us.
I still don't know where that is. They're all the same.
It was pretty.
It looked good on the video.
Yeah.
But have you had any weird moments during gigs, on or off stage? Have you had any moments that have been a bit out of the blue?
Hmm. Well, here in London, it's been kind of funny because when you go basking, there are always funny people showing up. So once we were basking, and this opera kind of guy with the purple mohawk showed up, and he just
Yeah.
stood next to us and started singing his opera things with like along to our music, but it didn't really fit
No,
and
it
sounded
didn't at all.
but people stopped. They thought it was funny, and I don't know. More people. He was kind of he attracted people because he was very loud and stuff. So people stopped and they listened to us and they liked us. So it wasn't really a bad thing.
Yeah, he's bringing people to you. Maybe you should, like, as a reward, if you go on tour, he should be your supporting act.
It
And,
was.
He was really rude at the end. So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, forget him then. And last question before we wrap things up is,
Okay.
if you could have any superpower, what would you have and why?
you go first.
I would like to have a super. I would like to first of all be a wizard or something. That would be a good.
Is it a
superpower thing.
superpower?
I'm not really sure if that's a superpower, but if I would like to have a superpower, I would get a superpower where I can make more wishes and more superpowers and stuff like that.
So kind of like a wizard genie.
Yeah, because I think if you only have one wish, you could wish for more wishes.
This is true.
Yeah.
I
thought
like
of
your
that.
logic. Logic? Logic.
Logic.
But I'm not sure if that counts as a superpower.
Yeah.
It does, and it's kind of a bit greedy, but it
Why, I
does
could-
work.
Yeah, I could help people as well with this. You know, I could do anything then.
You could, but you'd go, I could help people, but there's so many things that I want. And then you just wish for all the things that you want, and then
It might be
I'm not
boring.
that kind of person.
I am.
Maybe you would become.
You would do that.
I definitely would do that. There's so many things I want. It's just not going to happen.
Okay.
And for me, I'm not sure. I thought of that as well. But yeah, as I said, I don't think that counts as a superpower. I think flying would be alright. It's a bit boring, but every
I think it
time
gets
today
us
when we ran to the... We were late when we arrived here, so we
Yeah.
were really hurrying. It was so hot, so I thought we could have just flown here.
Could have. Or teleport.
Yeah, there were but
Tele-
that's not so much fun, I think, because flying would be really cool.
But wouldn't it even be more awesome to fly on like a dragon or something? Because just flying by yourself
But
is not so
you
cool.
can't have a dragon as
That's
a
not a
superpower. To turn into a dragon, maybe.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing.
I want to turn into anything. That's a
to
good
turn
thing.
into anything.
Yeah,
That's quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
A morph.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
like that.
definitely.
But a massive thank you for coming in.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
having us.
You're very welcome. Unfortunately, like I said, you guys go back on Sunday.
Yeah.
So when you do go back, have fun. You'll miss
Thank you.
London
Thanks, yeah.
immensely.
We will, yeah.
We will.
So I hope you come back sooner
will.
rather than later, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop talking. It was.
I
Thank you for listening.
We should make the light go on first. Before
Yeah, I'll sort that out. If you stand up, it will come on. And then move, and then yay! There we go.
Okay.
Massive thank you for listening in, everyone. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let the lovely Mona Lisa twins see you off.
All right, this is a cover, and it's by the Hollies and called Bus Stop. Thanks for having us, and thanks for listening, and have fun.
You're welcome.
Bus stop where she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Bus stop as go, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. All that summer we enjoyed it, wind and rain and shine. That umbrella we employed it, by August she was mine. Every morning I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she'd shop and she would show me what she bought. And the people stared as if we were both quite insane. Someday my name and hers are going to be the same. That's the way the whole thing started. Silly, but it's true. Thinking of a sweet romance beginning in a queue. Came the sun, the ice was melting, no more sheltering now. Nice to think that that umbrella led me to a vow. Every morning I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she'd shop and she would show me what she bought.